What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we are going to be diving into that Team Meganium that I created. If you guys haven't checked out that video yet, the link will be down in the description. But this team is really strong in using Meganium as our starter. So in today's video we're just going to dive into some battles with this team. So without further ado, let's get right into these Timeless Cup battles. Alright, so as you guys can see here, if you guys haven't seen the Meganium team build guide, the team on the left here is what we're using. We have Meganium, Venomoth, Quagsire, Skunk Tank, Dragonair, and Lapras. Now the Meganium is an awesome pick as the grass starter because it has that Earthquake for Pokemon that could do a lot of damage to it, plus it can cover those dragons. Skunk Tank and Venomoth to both cover Meganium, especially since it's weak to Venusaur. Quagsire to just sweep the meta. Quagsire is an awesome pick. On top of that, it's got a 4x weakness to grass, which is why we have Venomoth, Skunk Tank, and Dragonair. And then Dragonair and Lapras, as you guys know, very meta-relevant picks. So let's go ahead and get right into the battles. Alright, so in this first game, we have Meganium as our lead with Dragonair and Skunk Tank in the back. So getting right into the battle here, we have Meganium versus Relicanth. So this is really positive for us. As you guys know, Relicanth is going to be very weak to grass-type moves, so we're going to be able to basically farm this thing down. Now, I'm expecting him to switch out, so I'm not firing off just yet, but he is staying in, so I'm going to go ahead and try to punish, get that shield, or get the Pokemon out of here. So we go for the Frenzy Plant. We do get this shield. Now he is going for his charge move here. We're going to go ahead and let it go through, knowing that he has Aqua Tail and Ancient Power. Ancient Power do a decent chunk to us, but not overwhelming amount. Now he does switch, and we switch in kind to Dragonair. So we are in the mirror fight, and because I got that extra couple Vine Whips off, we're going to go ahead and shield this charge move right here, which is going to be Wrap. And then we are ahead on health, so we are just going to straight Dragon Breath all the way down. Now, we're barely going to survive, but he has one shield, so we are going to put him in a predicament. We are going straight for that Dragon Pulse. I expect him to bring back the Relicanth, which he does. And we go for the Dragon Pulse here. This puts him in a predicament because he has to either sacrifice the shield or sacrifice the Pokemon. So the Relicanth does go down, which is awesome for us. Now he only has one Pokemon left. We still have a very healthy Skunk Tank, and we have Meganium. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Skunk Tank into this. Skunk Tank versus a Venomoth is a great matchup, especially if you have the Flamethrower, but we're going with the Sludge Bomb variant here to give us some extra damage to Pokemon like Lapras and also Pokemon like the Dragon. So we go ahead and shield right there. We're going to go ahead and go for the Crunch. Now, we're not too worried. A Silver One's going to be doing a decent amount of damage to us, but it's not going to KO. So we go ahead and get his last shield, and then we're going to switch to Meganium on the charge move here. I used it as a third shield, which is a really awesome move to do. I was expecting him to have enough energy there for Silverwind, so I swapped, and then now we're just going to be able to beat him to the Crunch there. I'm not sure if I really needed to do that. I think I might have been able to survive Silverwind, but I did it just in case. So GG's, very well played. Alright, so in this next battle, we are going with Quagsire lead and Venomoth Skunk Tank in the back. Now, most of these battles were blind, so I had no clue what I was facing, but we're just going with coverages. Again, hard Quagsire lead, hard cover with Venomoth, and then the soft cover flex pick with Skunk Tank. Now we are against El Guapo Mark, so shout out to him. Thank you for the battles. Alright, so we got Quagsire lead versus Dragonair. So this is pretty interesting for us. We can win this if we can get to the Stone Edge in time. We are going to have to shield though. Now Stone Edge is going to be doing a decent amount to the dragons, but the thing is, if the Dragonair doesn't have Dragon Pulse and it's an Aqua Tail return, you can get to 2 Stone Edges before you go down without shielding. Now, right here, I decide to shield because I wasn't sure if he had Dragon Pulse yet, but he shows that he has Aqua Tail, which means he could still have the return in the back, which we see again right here. So I'm guessing this is an Aqua Tail, so we're going to go ahead and not shield. So the Aqua Tail comes through, and then we're going to go ahead and get to the Stone Edge. Now the Stone Edge is likely to get his second shield, and he may let it go through and absolutely chunk the Dragonair, but we'll see. Okay, so we get his second shield. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're up a shield. Now his Dragonair does have energy, but he hasn't shown if it has Return or Aqua Tail yet, but he did just expel most of the energy. So I'm planning to go into Venomoth here. If we can get to the Poison Fang before he gets us, which we do, we can take him out without him getting off another Aqua Tail or a Return. So we get the Poison Fang off. Now this is gonna put him in a predicament. If he has grass type Pokemon, he can't bring it in, and it'll tell me. So he has Celio. So we're trying to switch to Skunk Tank, but it doesn't go through, sadly. So we're gonna go ahead and shield right here. This Body Slam is gonna be doing a decent chunk, but we want to save our energy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Silver Wind, see if we can get the buff. And then I'm going to try to switch to Skunk Tank after this. And again, it doesn't work. So we do a decent chunk. I'm going to try to switch, and the switch is not happening. So I had tapped an extra time on the screen to trigger a fast attack. So that was my mistake there. But the Venomoth is going to go down now. So we have Skunk Tank coming in. We're going to start loading up on energy. And we're going to see what he has in the back. He is going to get a Body Slam off, though. So this is going to put me in a predicament. It really depends what he has in the back, if we can actually pull this off. So he's switching now, and it is a Gloom. So we need to get off, we need to store a bunch of energy so that we can get off the Crunch here to finish off the Gloom, and have a Crunch ready to go, or almost ready to go, for his Celio. So we finish off the Gloom, and then the Celio comes back in. We go for the Crunch, and he wins the CMP tie. So GG's, Mark. Very well played. I should have stored a little bit more energy on the Gloom in hindsight. Definitely could have had that. But very, very good game. Very well played. Alright, so in this next battle, we go in with the Lapras, Dragonair, Skunk Tank line. I've been really liking Skunk Tank for this cup, guys. He puts a lot of pressure in safe switch situations with that Crunch. On top of that, the Sludge Bomb stab does a lot of damage. So yeah, you can go with Flamethrower as well. There's merit to both. So don't be saying, you know, oh, Flamethrower is better, Sludge Bomb is better. Both do really well in this cup. I'm just looking for that stab damage, specifically against the dragons. And then we still have our coverage to the grass. So we're against Mark again in this next one. Again, leading with Lapras, have Dragonair and Skunk Tank in the back. So Lapras into Whiscash. So this is a really interesting matchup. We can really potentially bait shields here while still getting it low. Now he is going for straight Mud Bombs. He's not overcharging, which is good for us because we can keep on top of his energy, but we are going to build up to Skull Bash. And what we're going to do is go for double Surf here. So another Mud Bomb's coming off. We're going to start getting low here, but we go for the Surf, hoping that maybe he wasn't counting as well. That way we can apply some quick pressure. So we get the Surf off. We do get the shield, which is fantastic. We're going to get another Surf off right here. This will take the Whiscash into the yellow. I don't think it'll get a second shield. He knows it's too soon to be a Skull Bash, which is fine by us. So we're hoping to get to another Surf here. We're going to forego the shield. Lapras did its job. It got Whiscash low. And the Mud Bomb's not going to finish us. So hopefully we can get to the Surf. Sadly, we don't. But Whiscash is relatively low. And he doesn't have a ton of stored energy. So right here, this is again going to be another Mud Bomb. He wasn't overcharging his move, so I was able to keep on top, so we're not going to shield. The Mud Bomb's still going to do a decent chunk to us, but it's no Blizzard threat. Now, we're set up pretty good. We got 2 shields on Dragonair, Shiny Flex as well, and we're facing off against Celio, so what we're going to do is build up to Dragon Pulse, and then what I want to do is shield right here. I want to keep my Dragonair alive, and this is why I like Dragon Pulse, guys, over Return. As you guys will see right here, I'm going to build up to Dragon Pulse. I got it, and I'm going to switch to Skunk Tank. Skunk Tank, again, 1 shield versus the meta, going to be a fantastic pick. We're against Charizard, which is pretty good for us because we're already at a Crunch, and Crunch does way more damage than you guys think. Just watch. Here comes the chunked. Crunch chunks a Charizard, guys. Again, which is why Charizard's, you know, a double-edged sword. He can put out a lot of damage, but man, oh man, he gets hurt. So we're going to go ahead and shield the Dragon Claw here because we want to apply shield pressure to this Celio. Again, he's going to body slam us, but it's not going to take us out. And if we can get that shield away, remember we got Dragon Pulse in the back. So we are going to apply the Skunk Tank pressure, which is real, guys. Skunk Tank can apply a lot of pressure in this cup. So getting off the crunch here, this should get his last shield, which it does. So fantastic for us. Now he is going to have to use a charge move to finish us off. He couldn't let us get to another crunch, so he has to expel his energy. And that works out for us because we have Dragon Pulse ready to go. Again, this is why I favor Dragon Pulse over Return, is because it's a closing move, guys. As you see right here, boom, done. So, GG's, very well played. So, going into this next game against El Guapo Mark, we're going to go ahead and use the Meganium line. So, we have Meganium, Dragonair, and Skunk Tank. And yeah, we're going to lead with Meganium, and he is leading Whiscash. So, this is pretty positive for us. We just need to stay on top of his mud shots to make sure we know that it's either a Blizzard or a Mud Bomb. So counting right now, we didn't even get to Frenzy Plant right there, so this is definitely a Mud Bomb. We're not going to shield. Now, if you are the Whiscash player, definitely look, if you're going to stay in, to build up to that Blizzard. So now that I know he's staying in right here, we're going to go ahead and apply a lot of shield pressure. I'm guessing he's wanting to get to Blizzard to force our hand. So we're just going to start farming away. Now, I made a mistake right there and clicked Frenzy Plant. Definitely shouldn't have done that. We're going to go ahead and shield this right here. It could be a Blizzard, and we don't want to get caught in the snowstorm. So we do get the Blizzard, but again, made a mistake, so we're just not even going to get an excellent or a nice on this at all. It's still going to take out the Whiscash. As you guys can see right there, it's too much damage, even if you don't get an excellent. So next Pokemon coming in is going to be Charizard. Now, I'm trying to get to the Earthquake, but I don't get there in time. Charizard being that fire type, Earthquake will hurt it, but the flying type makes him resist it. But it will still do a decent chunk because Charizard isn't super bulky. So he had to expel some of his energy to take us out. Now we're bringing in Dragonair here. Dragonair is going to be a great counter to a Charizard, but you do have to watch out for the Dragon Claw. So we're going to go ahead and shield the Dragon Claw right here again. He makes a great switch right here. I'm going to go ahead and try to go for the Aqua Tail, but he switches into Celio. So, so much energy wasted right here. If I would have just held on, this would have been fantastic. But he does a great switch, so GG's on him for that. But now we got to go into trusty Skunk Tank. And I'm going to keep saying this, guys. Skunk Tank is an awesome pick for the cup. I'm really, really liking it. I think it's the fact that I've used him so much in all of my tournaments that he's been available. So we're going to go ahead and go for the crunch here. Now, Celio isn't going to KO here with the body slam, but it's going to get us relatively low. But we are going to get the crunch, and we're going to start applying a lot of pressure. So hopefully we get the shield from him right here. So let's see what happens. So the crunch goes off, we get the shield, and then now he's in a predicament where he needs to waste energy to finish us, but we get the crunch off. So, again, Skunk Tank gets to charge moves quicker than you may think, and he was wanting to hold on to energy. Now our crunch is going to barely get the Celio dead right there, but he does now use his body slam, which is fantastic for us. As you guys will notice, because Dragonair gets to come in, farm a little bit extra energy, and then Charizard is relatively low, and we're already at Aqua Tail. So GG's, very well played. Again, Skunk Tank, I think, is very versatile for this cup, guys. As you guys are seeing right here, Skunk Tank is doing a lot of work in tough situations. Alright, so in this next battle, we're again going with the Meganium line. This is a blind battle as well, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be up against here. So we're leading Meganium, and he's leading Blaziken. So this isn't too hot for us. We do have the Earthquake for Blaziken, but what we need to do is try to switch on his charge move. So I'm trying to switch on the Blaze Kick, but that doesn't happen. He rightfully holds on to it, bails out, and now we are up against a Glalie. Which this is the first time I've ever faced Glalie in any tournament cup ever. I know it's been available for some tournaments, but I've never actually fought against it, I don't think. So we're just going to try to put a lot of pressure with Aqua Tail. We need to chunk this thing down low, and hopefully it doesn't get too much energy off of us, but it is chunking us with that ice shard, so we get it very, very low. Now he has a ton of stored energy, guys, so we're gonna need to bring in the Skunk Tank here. The Meganium, I think, would be taking too much unnecessary damage, so yeah, here we go. We're gonna have to shield, and hopefully these poison jabs will help take it down before it can get to another charge move. But sadly, he gets another one off, so we are gonna have to shield again. But his Blaziken does have stored energy, so this is like the toughest decision ever. Do you want it to face an Avalanche, or do you want to face a Blast Burn? Like, both are terrible options. So he's gonna go ahead and bring in Blaziken. I know this is pretty much over. His Blaziken's gonna be able to stomp my team, and he has a shield. So this is really well played by him. Yeah, here comes the Blaziken. I'm guessing this is going to be Blast Burn, and Blast Burn will take us out. And it's Blast Burn, and there we go. Yeah, so, yeah, not too good on us right there. And then I don't even know why I went for the charge move. He's just gonna shield. I should have just let Meganium go down. This is great play by him, and great for him for recognizing that he can bring in the Glalie, and completely farm us down there. That was really well played by him. So in these next matches, I'm gonna be mixing it up. But yeah, Blast Burn taking us out again. So GG's Blaziken. All right, Spicy Chicken, I see you. So we're gonna go ahead and move into the next battle. All right, so now that we know he's using a Blaziken and Glalie, we are definitely not bringing Meganium or Lapras. We're gonna bring the Quagsire, the Venomoth, and the Skunk Tank. Alright, so getting right into the battle, leading Quagsire versus Blaziken. Alright, so round 2. I saw what he brought. He brought some spice, so I'm bringing the sweeper. Here we go, Quagsire versus Blaziken. This is so good. I love Quagsire so much, guys. He brought Glalie in. So, okay, so remember, we have Venomoth in the back, which can handle that Blaziken. But Quagsire versus Glalie, I like this. And I'm ahead on energy, guys. So we're going to stay in this. Quagsire's too good, guys. Quagsire's too good. So we're going to go ahead and shield right here. These avalanches would do a decent chunk to us, so we definitely don't want it to hit us. But we are so far ahead on energy. We're going to go ahead and go for another Stone Edge here. This is likely going to get his shield, or it's going to take him out. So we get his next shield. And then what we're going to do is he's going to go for another avalanche. So we're going to go ahead and shield right here. And then this is where the sweeper comes in on Quag. So in this predicament, right, you want to go for the Stone Edge to take out the Glalie. No. Overcharge, my friends. Overcharge. So we are overcharging. We're going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge. This is going to be getting Glalie out of the fight. And then we're going to be very, very close to another Stone Edge. So in comes, let's see what comes in. I think it's the Blaziken. But in comes the Blaziken, and he's trying to finish me off with fast moves, but I get to the Stone Edge again. So this is where Quagsire is deadly. He did probably have Blaze Kick to finish us off, but we finish off the Blaziken and Glalie with purely Quagsire. So now Venomoth comes in. We're going to go ahead and go into the mirror. I know Skunk Tank can beat him, so we're just going to go into the mirror with Confusions. Now, again, you guys are going to see right here, I tried to switch, but hey, that's alright. You guys are going to see right here why Return does a little bit more damage. So the Return's coming in. As you can see, a decent chunk. Now I go for the Poison Fang, which is actually going to not do as much damage. As you guys will see here, get the Excellent, but it is going to be resisted. So that's why I say you guys can run a Venomoth with Return, especially for the mirror. You're still going to get it, but you lose to, you don't do as much damage to Pokemon like Meganium. But Skunk Tank, very nicely clean right there. So GG's. We're going to move into Game 3 now that we kind of tested the waters with what we both have. So in Game 3 here, I'm going to be bringing the Quagsire and the Skunk Tank. But we're going to lead with Dragonair this time. We're going to put Quagsire in the back and then have Skunk Tank. So as you can see there, those are some of the Pokemon I'm testing for Timeless Cup. This video is going to be all about the Meganium team. But yeah, lead in Dragonair. I saw him lead Blaziken 2 times. So we'll see what he does if he mixes it up, and I also want him to kind of bring out that Glalie. Now, if we face Glalie on the lead, it's going to be tough to come back from, but I think Skunk Tank can really help us out this match. So getting right into the battle, we are leading Dragonair into his Glalie, so this is not good. Yeah, we need to get out of there. So we're going to go straight into Skunk Tank. Again, Skunk Tank being a real linchpin for this cup for me. So he bringing the Blaziken, but we're ahead on energy. So we're going to go ahead and go for Crunch here. Now I'm looking to likely invest at least one shield, probably just one shield with the Skunk Tank, because we are going to get all of Blaziken's shields. Now he's not sending off a charge move right here, so I am able to get to another Crunch for free, meaning I was willing to invest a shield to get off another Crunch, but now I don't have to. So we get both of his shields and we get his Blaziken really, really low. Now he did farm a ton of energy, but we have two Pokemon that are going to resist the fire moves. Yes, Blast Burn will do a lot of damage, but depending on when he fires it is what's going to make me guess. So as you guys see right here, he's firing it off right away, so I'm guessing he's trying to shield bait. I still have two shields up, so I'm guessing this is Blaze Kick. It's Blaze Kick, so we paid off there. Now he's going to go for another charge move right away. I'm guessing this is Blast Burn. I do not, even if it's Blaze Kick, I don't want that extra damage to hit me. And it is Blast Burn, which is fantastic for us. We are going to finish off the Blaziken. Now this is where it gets really risky. So we know the Glalie's coming in, but we have no clue what's in the back. And I'm about to swap Quagsire out. So this is a tough call. So now it's Lantern. So the second I see Lantern, I know this is worth it. Why? Quagsire versus an unshielded Glalie and Lantern. We are just going to go straight for Stone Edge. I don't even really need to worry about any charge moves hitting. I could unshield the Avalanche or the Thunderbolt. It's not going to do a ton. Avalanche would do more. We're just going to go ahead and not shield right here. But yeah, just Quagsire. The second I saw Lantern, I was like, yes, all right, Quagsire can go in. So now we're against Lantern. You guys know how this goes. Even though water guns are doing decent chunk, we can shield this Thunderbolt right here and then get to the Earthquake. Now I could have shielded the Avalanche. Obviously the Thunderbolt's going to be resisted. Avalanche is neutral. But I wasn't too worried, especially since I still had Dragonair. So yeah, GG's, very well played. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys found it informative. So be sure to smash that like button. Comment down below and let me know what you guys thought about the Quagsire, what you guys thought about the Skunk Tank. How's Meganium looking for you guys? So let me know what you guys think of these battles and this team. And if you guys have been using this team, let me know what you guys think. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.